Welcome to this exciting video where we explore the fascinating world of American coins and uncover the top 2 most valuable Washington quarter dollar coins ever discovered. These coins might look like ordinary quarters at first glance, but their hidden history, rare minting errors, and limited availability make them treasures worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, of dollars to collectors. Let's get started. First up, the 1980 Washington quarter dollar, a classic American coin that carries both history and heritage. This particular coin features the P mint mark, meaning it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the oldest and most iconic mints in the United States. Even in circulated condition, this coin tells a fascinating story of American craftsmanship and everyday life. The Washington quarter has been in circulation since 1932, created to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The design, featuring the first president of the United States, has become one of the longest-running and most beloved in U.S. coinage history. On the obverse side, we see the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. His strong profile reflects the dignity and leadership that made him a symbol of American independence and unity. Above Washington's head is the word Liberty, a reminder of the nation's founding principles. Just below his chin, you'll see the words, "In God We Trust," one of America's most recognizable mottos, representing faith and national identity. At the bottom of the coin, the date 1980 is prominently displayed, marking the year of issue. Just beside Washington's ponytail, you can find the small P mint mark, identifying its origin at the Philadelphia Mint. Interestingly, 1980 was the first year that the Philadelphia Mint began using the P mint mark on quarters, a historic change for U.S. coins. Turning the coin over, the reverse side displays one of the most iconic images in American coinage, the bald eagle. The eagle is shown perched proudly on a bundle of arrows, with its wings spread wide, symbolizing strength and readiness. Beneath the arrows are olive branches, representing peace and balance. Around the top of the coin, the inscription, United States of America, appears, while the bottom reads, quarter dollar. Between these inscriptions, you'll find the phrase, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, reflecting the unity of the American states. The coin is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, consisting of a pure copper core covered by layers of nickel. This gives it a bright silver-gray appearance, which dulls slightly over time as the coin circulates through everyday use. In circulated condition, the 1980 P Washington quarter often shows signs of wear, faded details in Washington's hair, smoothed edges, and small scratches on the surface. Yet these imperfections add to the charm of the coin, telling stories of decades of use in daily transactions. The diameter of the coin is 24.3 millimeters, and it weighs 5.67 grams. Its reeded edge gives it a distinctive texture that makes it easy to identify by touch and helps prevent counterfeiting. During 1980, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of these quarters, making them widely available across the United States. Despite the high mintage, the 1980 P quarter holds a special place in numismatic history because it was the first Philadelphia quarter to proudly display the P mint mark. The coin's design by John Flanagan had been in use for nearly 5 decades by that time, and it continued to stand as a timeless tribute to George Washington and the ideals he represented. Collectors often appreciate circulated coins like this one not only for their accessibility but also for the personal stories they carry. Each nick, mark, and faded detail speaks to the countless hands it has passed through over the years. The eagle design on the reverse remained unchanged until 1999, when the U.S. Mint introduced the 50-state quarters program, bringing new designs for each state. This means that the 1980 P quarter belongs to the final generation of the classic eagle design era. Even though circulated 1980 quarters are common and hold only face value in most cases, they remain historically important and are often included in collections representing U.S. coinage of the late 20th century. When examined under good light, you can still appreciate the artistry of the engravings, the smooth curves of Washington's profile, and the intricate details of the eagle's feathers. Even with wear, the craftsmanship remains evident. The Philadelphia Mint, established in 1792, has been producing coins for more than 2 centuries, and the 1980 P quarter is part of that long-standing legacy. Its mint mark symbolizes both tradition and progress in American coin production. The copper core, visible along the rim of the coin when viewed from the side, gives it a subtle reddish-brown stripe, a unique characteristic of clad coins that distinguishes them from older silver quarters. Circulated examples often develop a soft patina over time, slightly muting their metallic shine but adding a sense of age and history that many collectors find appealing. The 1980 P quarter may not be rare, but it serves as a reminder of the everyday history we often overlook. It has been part of countless small purchases, moments of change, and daily life throughout America for over 40 years. For coin enthusiasts, even common coins can carry extraordinary stories. This quarter connects us to the people and the era it came from, a time when the U.S. economy was changing rapidly, and coinage remained a vital part of everyday transactions. Many collectors who focus on circulated coins value authenticity over perfection. The wear on a coin like this gives it personality and tells a genuine story of use and time. The design balance between simplicity and symbolism is what makes the Washington Quarter a masterpiece. The front honors leadership and liberty, while the back celebrates strength and unity. If you take a close look at your own 1980 P quarter, you may notice tiny variations in strike sharpness or surface tone. These small differences make every coin slightly unique, even among millions produced. Despite being over 4 decades old, the 1980 P Washington Quarter remains fully functional as currency, a testament to the durability of the copper-nickel alloy and the quality of American minting. Some collectors like to assemble sets of Washington Quarters by year and mint mark, and the 1980 P is an essential addition to any complete collection, particularly for those focusing on the transition years in U.S. minting history. While it might not be a coin of high monetary value, it carries immense historical and sentimental value, representing both tradition and the everyday story of America's economy. So if you happen to find a 1980 Washington Quarter with a P mint mark, take a moment to appreciate it. Look closely at its details, its texture, and its history. Next up, the 1990 Washington Quarter Dollar, a classic piece of American coinage that carries both history and character. This particular coin features the D mint mark, meaning it was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the most active and respected mints in the United States. Even in circulated condition, the 1990 D Washington Quarter tells a rich story of American craftsmanship, design, and daily life. The Washington Quarter has long been one of the most recognizable coins in the world. Introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, it quickly became a lasting tribute to the first president of the United States. The design has endured for decades, symbolizing the strength and freedom of the nation. On the obverse side, you'll find the timeless portrait of George Washington, sculpted by John Flanagan. His profile is bold and dignified, facing left, representing leadership and resolve. Above his head, the word "Liberty" appears proudly, a hallmark of U.S. coinage since the early days of the Republic. Beneath Washington's chin, you'll notice the national motto, "In God We Trust," serving as a reflection of American faith and unity. At the bottom of the coin, the date 1990 marks its year of mintage, while the small D mint mark to the right of Washington's ponytail identifies its origin in Denver. Turning the coin over, the reverse side features one of the most powerful and symbolic designs in U.S. history, the bald eagle. With its wings spread wide, clutching arrows in its talons and surrounded by olive branches, the eagle represents both strength in defense and peace in purpose. At the top of the reverse, the words "United States of America" arc around the coin, while at the bottom, you'll find "quarter dollar," denoting its denomination. Just above the eagle's head is the Latin phrase "e pluribus unum," meaning "out of many, one," symbolizing the unity of all states under one nation. The 1990 D Washington Quarter is composed of a copper-nickel clad, consisting of a pure copper core and a nickel outer layer. This combination gives the coin a silvery appearance with a subtle reddish-brown edge that becomes visible over time, especially as the coin wears down through circulation. In circulated condition, this coin often displays signs of age, light scratches, worn lettering, and faded details. Yet, these features add character, showcasing its journey through countless hands and transactions across America over more than 3 decades. The diameter of the coin is 24.3 millimeters, and it weighs 5.67 grams, following the standard specifications for quarters minted after 1965. The reeded edge not only provides a distinct texture but also serves as an anti-counterfeiting feature. The Denver Mint, where this coin was produced, is known for its precision and massive output. In 1990, the Denver facility struck hundreds of millions of quarters, making this coin widely circulated across the country. Despite the high mintage, each piece represents an important part of America's numismatic story. By 1990, the Washington Quarter had already been in production for nearly 60 years, and its enduring design had become a staple of American culture. People across the nation used these coins daily, rarely stopping to consider the legacy they carried in their pockets. The eagle design on the reverse was the last of its kind before the state quarters program began in 1999. That means the 1990 D coin represents one of the final years of the classic Washington quarter style, a timeless emblem of American coinage before major design changes began. Collectors today often look for these coins in uncirculated or mint state condition, but even circulated examples like the one we're discussing hold sentimental and historical value. They are relics of an era when the eagle still graced the back of the nation's most used coin. Under bright light, even a circulated coin reveals beautiful craftsmanship, the smooth contours of Washington's portrait, the fine lines of the eagle's wings, and the clear inscriptions that tie it all together. Each mark or scratch on its surface is part of its story. The 1990 D Washington quarter was struck during a time of economic change and technological progress in the United States. It circulated through a growing economy, touching millions of lives in small, everyday exchanges, from vending machines to grocery stores. Over time, circulated coins like this develop a soft gray patina, slightly dulling their original shine but enhancing their vintage appearance. This natural aging process gives them a unique charm and personality that collectors appreciate. The Denver Mint, located in Colorado, has been producing coins since 1906 and continues to be a vital part of America's minting system. The D mint mark is a small but powerful symbol of quality and tradition. The 1990 D quarter may not be rare, but it is part of a generation of coins that bridges the gap between the traditional and modern eras of U.S. currency. It stands as a link between the historical Washington design and the newer, state-themed series that would follow. Coins like this one are everyday artifacts, small pieces of history that survive in our change jars, drawers, and collections. Each one carries a silent record of decades of American life, economy, and artistry. For many collectors, finding a circulated 1990 D quarter is not about its monetary value but about holding a piece of history that connects generations of Americans. It's a reminder that even ordinary coins can have extraordinary stories. Examining the coin closely, you might notice how the edges are slightly smoother than when it was first minted, and the high points of Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers may have flattened from years of use. These are all signs of an active life in circulation. The Washington quarter's enduring design continues to inspire admiration among numismatists. Its balance of symbolism, liberty, faith, unity, and strength makes it more than just a piece of metal. It's a small work of art that represents American ideals. Even though the 1990 D quarter is over 3 decades old, many still find their way into circulation today. Spotting one in your change is like finding a little piece of American history hiding in plain sight. The copper core, visible as a thin reddish layer on the coin's edge, reminds us of its composition, a perfect blend of practicality and beauty designed for durability. This structure allows the coin to last for generations while maintaining its iconic appearance. Collectors who enjoy building date and mint mark sets often include the 1990 D as part of their Washington quarter timeline. It's a significant entry representing the final years before the great transition into modern designs. While it doesn't hold high numismatic value in circulated condition, the 1990 D quarter holds symbolic and sentimental worth, representing the pride and consistency of American coinage. It also reflects the artistry of John Flanagan original design, which managed to stay relevant and respected through decades of economic, cultural, and political changes. Coins like the 1990 D quarter are simple reminders of how everyday objects can carry the weight of national identity and history. Each time you look at one, you see more than metal, you see a legacy. So if you happen to come across a 1990 Washington quarter with a D mint mark, take a closer look. Appreciate its design, its texture, and its journey through time. It might just be a small piece of change, but it's also a